When did this happen?
Like 3 a.m. Look official? I look official, right? I'm like an official porn star.
Okay, Sisters fans, I'm trying to make as much sense of this Danny thing as the rest of you all because it's just not adding up. And no, I'm not even talking about the situation involving the domestic violence and whatnot. I mean, I don't know it. I don't know if Tyler thought this through far enough, but what the hell happened or what went down between the time that Danny slammed her car into Jonah's to when she showed up at the law firm? Because there's a lot of things that don't add up. Trust and believe, I'll do a separate video about how Jonah not having a scratch on him makes zero sense. Trust, that's ridiculous enough as it is. But Danny, number one, she blacked out. She admitted the moment that, you know, he spit on her, that's when she lost her shit. She seemingly regained her senses, I suppose, after she, you know, crashed into his car, screamed and whatnot. Okay, got that. But she revealed this went down at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, to follow up, after the opening title sequence of episode 8, which was last week, it's the next morning, you know, because Andy, Fatima, basically everybody's, you know, getting ready for their work day. And then at the tail end of the episode, that's when Danny shows up to the law firm with the shades on. And she was wearing her work attire. I also noticed that she had like her airport handkerchief, you know, tied around one of the ends of the handle of her purse. So yeah, she definitely wore her work attire. So we know that at the end of episode 9, it's at bare minimum 5 o'clock because Judge Ross said, hey, 5 o'clock, that's when you can go see Sabrina in jail. So we know that at the beginning, you know, after the opening title sequence of episode 8, it's the morning. At the end of this week's episode, it's 5 o'clock. Quitting time. What the hell happened to Danny between the time she ran into Jonah's car to when she showed up at the airport? Because this is making no sense. We literally see her at the airport after, you know, she was at the law firm. So this is just my guess, but did she just go to work that morning like nothing happened? Obviously still upset. And then during her lunch break, went to the law firm. Went back to work after being at the law firm. And then after her shift, went with Andy to go over to visit Sabrina at the jail. This is why Tyler kind of needs to fill in the blanks. Because keep in mind, Danny did not know if Jonah was dead or alive. She assumed the worst. So after crashing her car into his, did she just go back into her apartment and, you know, cry herself to sleep before it was time to go to work the next morning? Did she move her car after ramming it into Jonah's? Did she drive her banged up car to work? Did she Uber? How did she get to the law firm? These are questions we need answered. And I know the whole big story is about, you know, domestic violence and whatnot, but I feel like this is messy as hell. Because it's 3 a.m., we can assume she went to work around 9 o'clock or something, so that's like 6 hours. You don't know if the guy's dead. There's no police report or anything, so he's not dead, but we know that he was taken to the hospital. He claimed to have fallen off a motorcycle, which again, I'm guessing no ambulance came to the scene, because if an ambulance picked him up, you could be damn sure that they would know that story was bogus because, sir, there wasn't a motorcycle in sight. You were literally at the scene where a car had crashed into the driver's side of your vehicle. So what's going on with that? So I'm very confused by how this is supposed to make sense. So like I said, did Danny just go back into her apartment a few hours later, got ready for work, then went to the airport, went to the law firm, and then went back to work? this is why there needs to be better structure for the writing. And if anybody else can fill in the blanks and let me know, because I literally, sped through various scenes, where you can like hold your mouse over the time of a episode and then you can actually like speed through and see, okay, let me get to this scene. It makes no sense. It literally doesn't. So Danny just hit this dude's car and just left him for dead. And we're supposed to be cheering for this character. I'm not saying that, Jonah deserved to be saved or anything, but I'm just saying that this definitely should have been written better. And don't even get me started on the quote-unquote resolution for this. But like I said, what exactly went down? Because we need to know. We need to know. We definitely do. So let me know if you feel the same way. If it's like, Jeremy, it's just a show. Or are you like me where it's like, yeah, this definitely doesn't make sense. It just seems to me Tyler didn't think of how to get from point A to point B. He just said, let me insert this story for shock value, and that's it. Because kind of like, how Andy went through a lot of shit by being involved with Gary since season 1, yet none of those events, some of which were near fatal, like Jasmine pointing a damn gun in her face and whatnot, that hasn't really changed her actions or decision making. I don't think this is going to do much for Danny at all either. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but it just seems like this is going to be forgotten within the next 2 episodes. So let me know how you feel in the comment section below. This makes no damn sense. And I'll talk to y'all later.